You hear that a lot in movies or series. Like, get your act together, or get your shit together, if it's like teenagers talking. Not really. It would depend on the context, but no. It's actually to organize yourself or do things in an effective way. Então é quase como se fosse assim, se ajeita. Ou, sabe, volta para os eixos. Então, get your act together. Seria algo como, se ajeita, vamos, né? Geralmente aparece em contextos de filmes e séries em que tem alguém surtado. E aí alguém vai falar, get your act together. Então se ajeita, volta pra cá, precisamos resolver isso aqui. Então é quase que voltar pros trilhos, assim, sabe? E tu escuta também get your shit together num contexto um pouco mais chulo, assim. Hey guys, this is my first vlog in English. I have absolutely no idea how we are going to do this because I'm used to a different format and it's different to talk in Portuguese than it is in English, but I said so many times here that I wanted to record vlogs in English, and I was like, yeah, let's just record and see how this goes. But I wanted to say that, first of all, my English is far from perfect. It's not perfect, so I will make mistakes. I just wanted to record a vlog in English so you can practice English, I can practice English, and we can learn together. And yeah, I just recorded a small part of an English class. Today is Monday. My first task of the day is usually an English class with a good friend that lives in Australia. So I have been teaching English for a few months now, and it's been an incredible experience, as I already shared here. And that's my first thing to do on a Monday currently. So this is it was just a small part of the class, but Mondays are very focused on organizing things here because I prep the classes, the English classes on Mondays, and today my grandparents have physiotherapy. So I go there and I probably won't speak in English there because it's weird. But yeah, I will try to record a little bit of my day and to speak in English here with you guys. So again, we can practice together. And I hope you like it. And I will try to talk random things just for us to practice. So now I'm going to text my other student to confirm the classes of the week because she couldn't join the class last week, so we are going to reschedule it. And yeah, that's what I'm going to do now, and then I'm going to prep the last class of my third student. He's going to Brisbane actually, and I'm so proud of him. His last class will be tomorrow, and we are going to do a big review. Today is raining, and yeah, let's see how it goes. Okay, so I'm still preparing Luca's class. It is a big review, so what you saw was that I was kind of putting together all the contents that we have seen previously, and I'm going to prepare the review based on the slides that I have already presented to him. So I wanted to put all of them together in a big file, and I'm going to think about exercises for him to practice what we have seen previously, especially speaking, because what happens is that we usually, especially when we have an intermediate level, like we have seen all the grammar, all the things that we need to study to understand how English works, and then we need to practice that. We need to listen a lot of English and especially speak and kind of use that part of the brain where you need to structure a phrase. I noticed that when I moved to Australia, because I basically study English almost all my life, and I remember in Brazil when I was in high school, I used to listen a lot of English, like watching movies, series, and listening to songs, basically. And that really helped me with pronunciation. But when I arrived in Australia, it was very difficult for me to build a phrase, to create a phrase, and to express myself in a natural way. So what I did when I was there was to start thinking in English, and that's something I always recommend, to try and think in English, because what I did when I first got there was like think in Portuguese what I was trying to say, then translate, then talk in English, speak in English. But yeah, I was getting super tired and it was not very productive. So I was like, yeah, let's try and just think in English. And that was the best thing I did. So if you want to learn English or to practice English, my recommendation is to just try to think in English like you're thinking now. Just switch the key in your brain, or at least try for 5 minutes, and just think about like things you want to do, or like things you're going to do during the day. Like, oh, I need to talk with someone about this, I need to write my essay, I need to study this subject which is about blah blah blah, and then you try to explain the subject to yourself, and then you try and speak out loud in English as well, like by yourself. You don't need to talk to someone. It would be good, but if you're embarrassed, or if you don't feel confident enough, you can try and talk to yourself. I think that's very good. And yeah, now I need to finish this. I will think about exercises for him to practice, and yeah, that's basically it. It is lunchtime now, so I'm just going to eat something. It's very early actually, but I prefer to have lunch early so I can rest a little bit before I get to work again. So I'm going to eat something, and probably while I eat, I will watch something, and then I'm going to keep on working. Okay, it is time to get back to work now. I had lunch and then I just rested a little bit. I was re-watching the new Stranger Things episodes, and now it's time to get back to work. So I will just prep classes for the whole afternoon basically. So it won't be that interesting, I guess. But I will try to keep showing here just for us to talk in English, I guess, as I already mentioned. But yeah, I was watching Stranger Things, and I would like to know which series is your favorite, or if you have watched the new season of Stranger Things. If you like the series, let's talk about that in English, of course. So that's your challenge for this video, to to post a comment talking in English, just for us to interact a little bit, I guess. And you can practice writing, which is a very different skill actually, because yeah, I recently did the IELTS test actually, and you can watch a full video of me talking about that here in my channel. But basically I found out that writing is the skill that it's the most difficult skill for me, and it was very interesting to find out that, because I didn't realize. So I have a plan to develop my writing skills, but yeah, I just I don't know if I'm really a vlogger, because every time I do record a video here, a vlog for the channel, I tend to just talk random things and, you know, just keep talking. I don't know if that's interesting, but yeah, you guys let me know, okay? And in English, please, so you can practice. And yeah, now I'm going to get back to work and finish preparing the classes, and then later I'm going to my grandparents' house. Quem tá com fome? Meu Deus. Programação interrompida? É. Não. Tu tá esperando o quê pra mim ter comida? É. O que foi? Vem. Okay, after I gave my cat some food, I kept just preparing the classes. I have finished the big review I started for one of my students, and then I need to prepare the other classes. But since I need to go to my grandparents' house, I'm going to eat something now, and then when I'm back, I'm going to finish preparing everything. Not sure what else I can talk about here, but basically, since I'm preparing the classes and talking about English and in English, I thought I might just give a tip or like an advice if you want to study English. One thing that really helped me, besides thinking and practicing by myself, was kind of immerse myself, like dive into English. It's funny because I mentioned here that I was just watching Stranger Things, and Stranger Things was the first series that I watched with subtitles in English, because I was used to using the original audio with Portuguese subtitles, and then I realized that it was like I wasn't even paying attention to the audio, I was just reading the captions, the subtitles. But then I was like, okay, let's try and do it. And it was really hard because, wait a second, I don't have a light anymore. It's not a big problem, but I just think it's better with some lights. Okay. And then it was hard because I wouldn't understand like at all. I didn't understand anything because the story was already confused. Confusing. So, but yeah, I tried anyway, and I remember watching it and I would stop all the time to research like what is the meaning of this, what is the meaning of that. And it was really good for me to practice English with subtitles in English, because I would immerse myself in the language. I don't know if I can say that. Like I would dive into the language, kind of, especially with earphones. But yeah, that really helped me, like with pronunciation and vocabulary, especially because a tip, an advice for you if you want to start doing that, is to rewatch things you already have watched. So for example, your favorite movie, your favorite series, you already know the context of that, and when you try to watch it again in the original, using the original audio and reading the subtitles, you're like, oh, so this is the word in English for that word in Portuguese. So you start kind of associating the words. And one thing that I always say when I'm in class is that I kind of learned to deal with the meaning of a word in Portuguese and the meaning of a word in English. So it's not all the time that I'm translating. So sometimes, like right now, I'm talking in English, but I'm not thinking what I'm saying in Portuguese. It's very weird, but sometimes I even forget the translation in Portuguese. I'm like, I don't know the translation. I know the meaning. I can explain what I'm talking about, but I don't remember the translation in Portuguese, because it doesn't really matter, or it didn't when I was in Australia, because the person who wouldn't understand in Portuguese. So it was like, my brain was like, okay, whatever, if if I know the meaning in Portuguese, it doesn't matter, because I need to understand how I'm going to explain to someone what I'm trying to say if I forget a word, for example. So one thing that I try to do, and I always say to my students, it's weird to say that, but I'm like, try to find in your brain a way of describing what you want to say if you forget a word. For example, if I'm talking about water bottle, but I don't remember the exactly word for bottle, I'm going to try and describe it like the thing where you put water into, or the container that you use to keep your water with you, or something like that. You know, sometimes you just forget a specific word. It's like in Portuguese, you don't remember all the words all the time. And another thing is that we make mistakes, and in my opinion, in my personal opinion, it's okay. Like, of course, you need to focus on developing yourself and like improving your skills and try to get better. But my goal, at least, was to be understood. So once I saw that people could understand me and they were like, oh, your English is good, your English is good. And I was like, well, maybe it is. And I was sort of sabotaging myself. I'm just trying to you know, share my vision about the language. So if you want to practice English, you can, and we have many tools nowadays for us to improve our language skills. But yeah, oh geez, I'm just talking for like 8 minutes. What? This is supposed to be a vlog. I'm going to try and record a few bits on my way to my grandparents' house, but I'm not going to record them like doing physiotherapy. But yeah, nothing very interesting to show, huh? I guess I need to travel more, so I have more vlogs and things to show here. But yeah, I will be back to say bye. Okay, so while I wait for my Uber, I remember something to talk about. So yesterday I saw a notification on my photo app. Then it was like, on this day, so a year ago, and the photo was in Vietnam. And I was like, what? And then I clicked on it, and like a year ago I was hiking in Vietnam. It was a year ago. It feels to me that it was 6 months ago, like maximum. And then it's been a year. That's crazy. Like, what's happening? It doesn't make any sense, you know. But yeah, everyone, not everyone, a lot of people ask me what was my favorite trip, And it was actually Vietnam. So it's crazy for me that, yeah, it was a year ago. But it was. And yeah, I have one or two videos here on the channel talking about that trip because it was awesome. Unfortunately, I don't have vlogs because I was overwhelmed with the trip, but I did talk about that trip because it was so good. Like, I miss Vietnam so much. I miss Vietnamese food so much. I wish there was a Vietnamese restaurant here in my city, but there is not. But yeah, I was like, oh my god, I miss Vietnamese food, and then it all made sense because like it was a year ago, and yeah, time flies. I am back just to say thank you for watching this video, guys. I'm not sure if it was really useful or helpful. It was not a very productive day, but it was a good day. Not that interesting, but yeah, I just wanted to finally make this idea come true and to share a vlog talking in English with you guys. So if you like this format, I can bring other videos speaking in English, even if it's like speaking about something like I usually record videos. So let me know your thoughts, and I hope this video somehow helps you. And yeah, see you next time.